actually had to make a retake on this. Yeah, so social media, the birthplace of this envy culture we have nowadays, a lot of it. Yeah. The thing is, some people are constantly posting stuff up on there. Other people see this. It's only the good stuff, of course. So, as as it goes. So, you only see the good stuff, and then you start thinking. Some people start thinking, how does she or he do that? You know, he's traveling all the time and so amazing places. You know, blah blah blah. You don't see how much they work and all that stuff. So then when you get that good feedback, you get hooked into the likes and, you know, all the comments and stuff. So then you just start posting more and more, and it just gets out of your control. I remember, like, years ago, I had one kind of messenger, or there were these internet sites where you'd upload profile picture and stuff like that. At some point I was kind of hooked to that, so I'd be constantly looking at, you know, if I had any comments and stuff like that. And I started thinking to myself, like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you know, it just goes like that, and then you're all fucking, you know, hooked in it and immersed, so you can't stay away. That's crazy what it does, social media, to people. And through that envy and all that, you know, seeing only the good parts, I'm sure it also brings this same kind of envy mentality, or, you know, I wish I could do that. Why is he going to so many places, blah blah blah. So I'm sure that envy culture is also migrating in a way from or getting brought in from social media into our daily lives. So now that we have social media, where we've gotten used to, you know, comparing ourselves to others, what they're doing, how they succeed, what they have, all that stuff, people have started buying, you know, all the brand clothing, all that bullshit. You know, people just buy all kinds of shit to, you know, get status and impress others, you know, all the kinds of shit you do. And yeah, you know, it's just not good at all. And yeah, the thing is with about the envy and the bitterness, I was working with a colleague of mine whom I worked with for 1.5 years in the same restaurant. So we'd go on a break, and she'd ask from me that, you know, I'm working with this girl, female, so I'm working with this girl, and she's getting more tips than me. Like, she gets a lot of tips, so I'm kind of upset about that. I was like, so, you know, you should be happy for her. Why does it matter so much? Well, she's getting so much more money than me through the tips. I was like, she was getting all bitter and, you know, about that. So I was just thinking to myself that, why the fuck can't people just, you know, why can't you just be happy for the other person? And instead of thinking, you know, they're making this much money, they're better, like, how is he this good, getting this much tips, blah blah blah, you're kind of portraying them as in a way as in an enemy of sort, because they're doing better than you. So that's at least how I'd see it. So instead of putting it that way, you can just reverse the whole psychology. Instead of thinking about them, think about yourself. How can I do things better? How can I earn the same amount of tips or more than him or her, so I could improve myself? Maybe there's something lacking in the way I work or the way I do things that has to be improved, and thus I'd make more tips or get more work, better, like, say you're not getting enough work. Maybe you could, improve your social skills, so you'd be more like better with people, and your superiors would recognize that, oh yeah, he's really, stepped up his game, so let's give him some more shifts because he's such a good people person. So, something like that. Instead of thinking about how the other person is that much better than you, think about how can I go to the same level or beyond by improving myself. And another case, this is related to the social media stuff. So we agreed to go with this colleague of mine who was upset about the tips. We agreed to go into a bar or couple bars, and we went there, ordered drinks, and we're talking. Then she'd constantly be on her phone, yeah, I just have to make this update. How do you think we should, what should I write here? Is it good if I write it like this? Like then some kind of an update that I'm in the bar, this and this. And then some fucking random description. So I was looking at her like, does it matter? She was like, well, I don't know if this is good enough, and was like, whatever. Then we went to the next one. We ordered drinks, got into a table. She'd take out her phone again, start, scrolling that through. Yeah, I'm making this update again, so what do you think I should write here? I was like, what the fuck? Then she showed me the screen like, do you think this is good? I was like, well, if I give my honest opinion, just write in there what you want. So it doesn't fucking matter, If you think it's good now, just release it. Who the fuck cares? It's just social media. It's nothing important. So she'd be like, yeah, I don't know if this is good enough. I was like, what the fuck? And like constantly, I try to refrain from judging people, but with her, like I saw again that she's so unsure about many things, like all the time at work as well. She'd be asking me about these really dumb things, like, what do you think about this issue, or should I, if I get a 20-hour contract from this place, should I change from my current job to there? What do you think? I was like, if you think that's a fair trade, go for it. Don't ask me. I'm not making the decisions for you. You have to make it yourself. So really unsure about things, and to be honest, I started thinking to myself that if social media updates are such a struggle, how the fuck does she get through in daily life? Honestly, not to be harsh or anything, but really, like, I started wondering that. So it's just crazy, like what social media does to you. And if you get hooked into the likes and comments and all that, you're just constantly scrolling through and making updates and stuff like that, even though you have people around and in front of you who you're supposed to hang out with. So, but I don't fucking care. Scroll your phone all you want, I couldn't give a fuck. It's just that, it's so weird how can you get so immersed into that, That's I try to, all the time when I go to work, I'm not carrying my phone with me in my pocket because I don't want to be even tempted to take out my phone and start browsing some bullshit if it gets quiet. I'm just there to work, so I can't get it how some people are so immersed in social media, almost as if their life would be more important in there on Facebook or Twitter, on Instagram, opposed to the life they're living concrete or physically. But if you don't have social media, you still have your normal life. If you don't have your normal life, you don't have your social media updates. So which one's more important? Yeah, crazy. So it's just limit your social media if you can. Don't exist there more than you do in your physical life. That's my opinion and my recommendation for people. Of course, like, women seek the attention, so that's kind of natural pathway for them to get it through social media because it's so easy to post there. So, but you can see that they really don't, like, some people's identity is based off of fucking social media, so that makes no sense whatsoever because that's just so dumb. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. This was JJ, and this was the second video on YouTube. Take care.